What's up, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with Friday Questions and Answers, episode 63. Might be wondering what the heck am I doing in this position. The lighting was horrible, and I played around with a bunch of different positions, and this right here is the best position in my room as of right now. But, unfortunately, I cannot plug in the charger this far away, and this battery on my laptop was absolutely horrible. So I will have to make this video pretty quick, or the battery will die in like 2 seconds. But things to tell you real quick. Done with finals. I'm out for college for the summer. From now, I'll go back August 18th. So from now until then, I have a lot of free time to make videos. So videos will be coming out every single week. I'm trying to get at least a video every 2 days or so out, maybe more than that. But we'll definitely be looking forward to that. I'm going to max today on all 5 lifts that I'm really concentrating on: bench, incline bench, pull-ups, squat, and deadlift. That's the 5 lifts I'm going to be recording today. You'll probably see a video of that. Me and my friend Jason will be recording that somehow today, and we will track our progress and a bunch of different things. We're going to make that into a big video for you guys, and then we'll see how much we improve in those 5 lifts. At the end of the summer, when our gym membership at this gym ends up, he goes back to Auburn for school, and I'll go back to working out at my recreational center. But we have a really good gym we're working out at right now for the summer, so might expect some videos from that too. And also, I have decided that the NCAA Dynasty Series trailer video where you vote on who you want me to play with, the voting will end on May 14th, which is 2 days from now. So go get your votes in. If you have not seen that video, go check the link in the comment section below. Not the comment section, the video description, and that will be there for you guys to vote on what team you want me to play with. So with that said, let's get this video out of the way, and I have a bunch of videos planned for the next couple days. I'm actually going to go before I leave for the gym today. After this video, I'm going to record some footage on Madden of Johnny Manziel, Blake Bortles, and Teddy Bridgewater, make that into 3 separate videos for you guys, make a pretty cool highlight video for each player on their team they got drafted to. I wanted to do that earlier, but time really hasn't permitted for me to do so. Let's get into these questions. Josh Steen asked, do you think Carlos Hyde is the best running back in the draft? If not, who do you think is? I think he's good. He's really talented. But, I mean, I don't think really any running back in this draft separates himself from the others. There's a bunch of good running backs. There's no great running backs. I mean, you can't go wrong with Bishop Sankey, Carlos Hyde, Trey Mason, and some others that... There's a few from smaller schools. One's from Georgia Southern. He's really good. One's from Charleston Southern, I believe. There's a bunch of good average running backs, and you never know. You never know what running back would not be in the best. But if I had to pick, I would say Trey Mason, I believe, will have the best career. But Carlos Hyde, Bishop Sankey, I think will be solid as well. I was not disappointed at all when the Titans picked Bishop Sankey. I was very happy when they got Bishop Sankey there in the second round. Even though if they could have waited till like the 3rd round or 4th round and got a Trey Mason, I would be happy. But I'm happy with the pick. Josh Steen also asked, do you like SpongeBob? Who does not like SpongeBob? SpongeBob's awesome. Next question from Buffalo Bills fan 67. If you were to make a prediction right now, what team do you think will win the AL East? AL East is so tight right now. I think the Yankees will do it. I think the big reason being is Tanaka's pitch lights out, and that was a big question mark. Everybody's really staying healthy for the Yankees right now, so I think the Yankees will end up winning it, even though don't expect my Red Sox to go down without a fight. By the way, I'm going to Boston at the end of this month, and I'll probably record some footage up there too. I'm excited for that. We finally got our tickets. We've had our plane reservations and hotel reservations for months now, but we haven't got the tickets. We finally got them yesterday. I'm going to 4 games. Braves, Rays. Me and my girlfriend are going to all 4, and my family that's coming with me, my mom, my sister, and her husband will be going to first and last games that we're going to. Next question, or next thing from Josh Steen says, I tell all my friends to check you out on YouTube for people before people have already subscribed, I think. Awesome, dude. That's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. If you are out there and you watch my videos on a consistent basis, yeah, I'd love to get more subscribers. Share to your friends, to your family, to anybody that you know. Share my channel, and I can get some more viewers, and that'd be great. I mean, I'm definitely down for more people watching my videos. I'm trying to grow my channel. That's my goal. I mean, that seems like there's a lot of people's goal to have fun and grow your channel, broaden your brand, and that's my goal. And I really appreciate the help. I mean, any help I get in growing my channel, as I soon plan to enhance the quality of my videos, it means a lot. It means a lot, and I want to try to get as many viewers as I can. I mean, that's been my goal, and it seems like that should be everybody's goal, is to make the best videos you can, which in part will bring more and more viewers. Gosh, this position really hurts my back. Buffalo Bills fan 97 asked, do you think Notre Dame has enough talent to be a top team this upcoming season? Hopefully you can hear me back here because my back's hurting. Yeah, I do. Notre Dame's actually, well, top team. I mean, you mean top 10, top 5. I mean, they have talent. They do. They lost a good bit off the line with Louis Nix and Stephon Tuitt, even though Nix was out for a lot of the season. They lose a few wide receivers, but Everett Golson's coming back. He should be solid. I mean, they have some talent. They lose Prince Shimbo, but they have some young linebackers, a good secondary. They have the shot to. I mean, nobody thought 2 years ago they'd go to the national championship, but you never know. They have a tough schedule as always. For some reason, people like bash Notre Dame's schedule. They always have one of the toughest schedules in the country. Every team that they play is quality, and that's something you don't see all the time. They might have some teams that are better than others on their schedule, yeah, but every team they play is quality. So it's gonna be a tough ride to be a top 10 team for Notre Dame, but they have the talent to do so. So to answer your question, they have a chance. I mean, are they a national championship caliber team? I don't think so, but I think they're a top 10 caliber team this year, definitely. Ow! Gosh dang it! Oh, just broke my leg. Ow! What is that? Oh, stabbing me. All right, let's go to the next question. I'm gonna have to do that for every question. My back's killing me. Matt Man, the Rally fan, asked, do you think AJ McCarron will be good in the NFL? If you ask me, he'll do good if the team he goes to has a good offensive line. I don't know. I mean, does he have the skill set to do so? I think so. He has to improve in a bunch of areas. Right now, obviously, he got drafted by the Bengals, and he has to sit behind Andy Dalton and Jason Campbell potentially. I mean, we'll really see how. I mean, he's the guy that I think could be a solid starter, or he could be a complete bust. But we'll just have to see. I mean, if you ask me, I think he ends up being a starter, but I don't think he ends up being anything special. I think he'll be a guy that is solid, doesn't turn the ball over. What's a comparison? Somebody that isn't anything special, but just controls the football and doesn't turn the ball over. Man, nobody comes off the top of my mind right now. Maybe a guy like, maybe a Russell Wilson. I know he's completely different skill set, but the way, just the production, I guess. Maybe a Russell Wilson, maybe a Matt Schaub when he wasn't, before last season when he was horrible. Before he was horrible. I don't know. I think he'll just be a solid starter, somebody that you can have to manage the game. But outside of that, I'm not sure how much he can really produce. All right, next question is from Buffalo Bills fan 97. Who do you think is the greatest pitcher of all time? Greatest pitcher of all time. Let's say I really like Greg Maddux. I really do. But best pitcher of all time, I know this seems like the cliche answer, but you got to go back to Cy Young. That was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, thinking about a guy pitching a game like every 1-2 days. That's in today's day of age. I know they didn't pitch as fast back then, but I mean that's crazy. So I think it's unheard of. I mean it's kind of hard to argue against the Cy Young argument because the best pitcher in America award goes to the Cy Young winner. So when you have that award named after you, that's pretty prestigious. So I'll have to go with Cy Young. Next question for Bert Brown. I agree what you said about Bridgewater. Tough as heck. I think the best QB in the draft may be Carr. Honestly believe his brother being a bust may have effect on his status. His brother said as much. What is your opinion on the brother affecting where he goes? Do you think that's plausible? Yes, I do. I say that as much as I go as far as saying I believe if the Texans didn't draft David Carr before, and he turned out not being that great. I think they probably would have picked him with the first pick in the second round, and I thought that. I mean, I still think they should have gave Derek Carr a shot there with the pick, because I mean, if the Texans can get a quarterback, they have the skill players, the defense to do some damage this first year after their horrible year a year ago. So I thought they should have given him a shot, but I think the Raiders got a good player. I mean, if anything, he has a couple guys to battle with, so it definitely set up for a good QB battle. I mean, I think he is solid. I think if I'm an NFL draft expert, my board would go Bridgewater, Manziel, Bortles, Carr, Garoppolo, and 5 through 10, whoever. But I don't have Carr as my fourth quarterback, and he ended up getting picked. So that's the fourth quarterback. So, I mean, he's solid. He hasn't really proven anything to me that he can be a good starter in the NFL, but he has the potential, but we'll just have to see. And I don't think that the Texans really wanted that, the Carr brothers. But, I mean, it's not that bad of a drop. Fifth pick in the second round. I mean, that's kind of where he was projected to go. I mean, a lot of people thought if Bridgewater would have went in the top 10 that Carr would have been picked by the Browns later on. But I think it's a solid pick. I think he'll be okay. I don't think that's a stretch at all picking him in the second round. DJ Hayes says, to me, AJ will be a solid backup. In fact, he'll be the best backup in the league. But as a starter in the NFL, he doesn't have the drive that Murray does. I mean, I can agree with that. I think Aaron Murray could end up being a solid quarterback in the NFL as well. But like I said, going back to what I said earlier on AJ, I mean, I think he ends up being a starter somewhere, but he's not somebody I think will make a Pro Bowl. I think he'll just control the football, not turn it over much, and not make too many plays. But I think he'll be okay. But I think he'll end up starting. But, I mean, I could see that being the case, too, being a solid backup, definitely. Especially right off the bat. Honestly, I'm not sure if he'll beat out Jason Campbell with the Bengals, but we'll just have to see. So I'll wait and see. Gaming Pride says, congrats on 1,000 videos. It's a huge milestone. Thank you. It's been 2 years coming. I decided, I got 1,000 videos. It's been cool. Definitely, it's been a long time coming, and hopefully these next 1,000 are better quality, better, and hopefully those 1,000 videos, that journey I've improved as a video maker, and I think I have, but hopefully I'll improve even more in these next 1,000 with the potential enhanced quality of my videos. So, thank you for that. Next we have Matt, the Rally fan. I know you live in Mobile area. What did you do through the storm last week? I saw on the radar it hit pretty hard down there. Yeah, it didn't really affect my house. Nothing really happened down here. It was more the North Mobile area that got affected. The route that I take to my university every day, there was one 4-way stop that was completely flooded. But aside from that, everything was about okay. But do want to say this? It has nothing to do with that storm. Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. Raining really hard, and I had to go all the way up to my university to broadcast our baseball game. And I knew it wasn't gonna be played because hopefully you can hear me. I think you guys can hear me, hopefully. But I'm so far away. But on the way back, it was raining really bad. I knew they weren't gonna play, and it was gonna be canceled, but I had to go up there anyway. On the way back, it's a long drive. It was coming off an exit. It was raining, still raining really hard. It was coming off the Bayou Battery exit, which some of you may know what that is. Some, probably most, don't. But it's a big turn to get back onto the exit, a big circle. And as I'm turning, I completely lost control of my car and hydroplaned off the interstate down into a huge ditch. Like this, it's like a big circle on top of a hill going down a huge ditch, like at an 80-degree angle. But luckily, I was going 30, 40 mile per hour. The speed limit was 30, I believe, on the big ramp. And I came this close to hitting like the ramp thing on the side of the turn. And if that would have happened, I could have really got hurt. And I missed it by this much. You can still see the tire tracks. And I was so lucky not to get hurt. And then I got out of my car. I was stuck at first. I got out the car and pushed it a little bit to where it wasn't stuck, and luckily somehow ended up turning out and got out. Nothing happened. Wasn't hurt. My car's completely fine. It was a little muddy, but outside of that, I was completely fine. But drive safe. Trust me, especially when it's raining. All right, next question is from Josh Steen. I know when you'll be recording the video. I don't know when you will be recording this video, but if Johnny Manziel gets drafted to the Patriots by some odd reason, can you dance on camera? But I know it won't happen. I would have done it. I would have, but sorry, I didn't get this recorded till Monday. Another question from Not242. Now that Bridgewater and Manziel are off the board, who should the Texans take as their quarterback? Man, I hate it when you guys ask me time-relevant questions and I don't get to it. I feel bad because I just feel like you wasted your time asking the question. But anyways, like I said earlier, if I was them, I might have got Carr. I really would have. If I'm the Texans, though, I would feel really aggravated that I didn't get Teddy Bridgewater. If I was them and they got Teddy Bridgewater and Jadeveon Clowney, like I've said before, I believe they could potentially be a playoff team just like that. Tom Savage, though, they got him in the 4th round. That was interesting. He got ran out of Rutgers, played at Pitt, was pretty solid, inconsistent, but he has the skill set. He's big. He was a top quarterback coming out of kind of a high school to Rutgers. He was like the 4th-ranked pro-style quarterback. I think he came out the same year AJ did in high school. He's a project. He's raw, but he's not like a Logan Thomas raw, but he's still raw. So we'll have to see. They have a few solid quarterbacks there. Not really solid. Few quarterbacks that I believe one will come out and separate themselves from the group. They have Case Keenum, TJ Yates, Tom Savage, and who's the other one? There's one more. Well, how am I forgetting this? Who is it? Texans quarterbacks 2014. Who is it? Come on now. I know it's TJ Yates, Case Keenum, Tom Savage. There's one more. Who is it? Texans quarterbacks 2014. Come on now. Okay, if I can't find it here, I'm done. Here we go. Houston Texans depth chart. Feels like I should know this. Ron Fitzpatrick, that's who it was. Okay, so with Tennessee, he was solid. He was a really good backup. He produced a lot more. He won us some games. Sometimes he'd make you mad, throwing picks. He threw a ton of picks, but he still could win. He could make some crazy plays. He's a solid quarterback, and I think it's definitely an improvement from what they had last year. We'll have to see which one of them. I think all 4 of those quarterbacks have potential to do well or start. Tom Savage, you never know. You don't know with him. TJ Yates, he played well in the playoffs and played well down the stretch 2 years ago when Matt Shaw went down. Case Keenum, he played okay, even though he didn't win a game last year as the quarterback. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick, we all know what he's done. So, I don't even remember what question I was answering. Okay, I think one of them will end up being okay, and I think it'll definitely be improvement from last year. But I think it would have been it's a big difference between Tom Savage or any of those guys and Teddy Bridgewater. TJ Hayes asked, do you think Kentucky is the hardest coaching job in the NCAA? You can't rebuild when you're getting your tails whipped by other SEC teams every Saturday. Just saying. I think that's a stretch, saying it's the hardest coaching job in the NCAA when there's 120 something other teams in the NCAA. So I think there has to be some job out there that's tougher. But I do agree it's very tough. But I do think they're on the rise. I mean, they've shown before, just in 2007, 2008, they at one point ranked 2 in the country with Andre Woodson in that year. But I think that they'll get better. I mean, Mark Stoops has them on the right direction. They're recruiting well, and that's really where you start rebuilding is when you recruit. So I think it's not the hardest job in the NCAA, but it's right up there. But I wouldn't say clear cut it's the hardest. Another question from NCAA from DJ Hayes. AJ McCarron played absolutely horrible against Mississippi State, right? I had Johnny Manziel, Zach Mettenberger, Aaron Murray, and Connor Shaw play that way, then their respective teams would have lost. Face it, AJ had the luxury of knowing that he can play like trash and have the defense to bail him out. But he made the mistake of running with that theory when he faced a high-powered offensive team in Oklahoma that when he was exposed and choked under pressure that he had never faced before. Sure, he's clutch, but how would he perform knowing that he doesn't have the best defense? We'll find out. I agree with that. He played well at points. He played bad at others, but I think the one thing we all can agree on is he can manage a game, and he, at most points, doesn't turn the ball over and controls the football, even though sometimes he aggravates you because he doesn't make a throw, but in the end of the day, he doesn't turn the ball over that much. So we'll have to see how that philosophy and how that play style really transitions to the NFL, and whether he can be successful or not just managing the game. I'll never know. Maybe he'll prove me and you wrong, and everybody else wrong, and show that he's not just a game manager when he doesn't have that reliability on his defense. Sharky thoughts on how the draft went. Have a ton of thoughts. My first round draft recap, you can go watch that. It's a pretty long video, 50 minutes. But Titans draft, wasn't a fan of it. Glad they got a quarterback though, even though I believe I'd have probably picked a few guys above Mettenberger, but I'm happy that they just got a quarterback, a good one at least. Glad they got a running back in Bishop Sankey. I hated the first pick in Taylor Wan. A few picks, we'll have to see how they turn out. But all in all, not a good draft, the Titans. Texans had a great draft. The defensive line is going to be amazing next year, as will the St. Louis Rams had a great draft as well. They filled a bunch of needs. They added to what will be, I think, is between the Texans and the Rams, who will have the best defensive line in the NFL. Vikings had a good draft as well. What else? Jaguars, decent draft too. It was just not really it wasn't really as a surprising draft as everybody thought it was going to be, but it was still a fun process to watch and everything. But even though it could have been a lot more enjoyable, I was really enjoying it up until the Titans pick, and then after that I was just really mad. But it was a good draft. Jack Moore asks, who do you think will be on the cover of Madden 15, and are you going to vote? I actually don't know a thing about that. I don't know who the candidates are. If I can Google this real quick. See, answering these questions helps me learn things that I don't know already. Let's see. There's 16 players that are in the running. Don't even say it. Even though, let's go with I see Richard Sherman. Let's see, you got Peyton Manning, Colin Kaepernick, Russell Wilson, RG3. I think Richard Sherman will end up winning it. I think he'll get it. Last thing from DJ Hayes. Are you happy that Zach Mettenberger is on his way to Nashville? Also, did you know that I shook the whole house when Aaron was picked before AJ? You do now. I knew you would. Even though that really did surprise me, but it is what it is. But the first question, are you happy that Zach Mettenberger is on his way to Nashville? I mean, yeah, I am. I'm glad they got a quarterback. They could have gone a worse route at quarterback. They could have got better, but I mean, I'm fine with the pick. I'm glad they settled on them, and I'm glad they settled with a quarterback that they feel comfortable with. The one thing I'm glad is the fact that this gives this preseason competition at the quarterback position. Nobody can be complacent. There's 4 quarterbacks now. You have um, Jake Locker, Charlie Whitehurst, Tyler Wilson, and now Zach Mettenberger. So I think these quarterbacks will push each other, and I think it will help eventually whoever ends up being the starter, which Zach Mettenberger, who knows, he could be the starter. But regardless, I think this is good right now. But if Jake Locker doesn't do good this season, I know you just drafted Mettenberger, but I still think you draft a quarterback next year early on in the first round if this is a failure of a year. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed Friday Questions and Answers 63. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. They can be answered next week, as always, can be about anything. So leave the questions in the comment section below. And once again, go vote on my NCAA Dynasty series. The link will be in the description. Go check that out and vote. You have 2 days left to vote. Catch you guys in about 4 days. But until then, have a great week. Roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at S3RTR. See you guys later. Have a great day. Peace.